welcome everybody back to another simulation where today, honestly, I'm exhausted. I got to move a ton of stuff at work today and I just don't have the energy for this. Yeah, the casual roasting in chat literally is about the saddest thing I've seen today. And I've been awake a long time today. You guys are not G's, I can tell you that much. Alright, well today we're starting off with a casual division game between the Bears and the Lions. Both teams on the depressing side of the football, seeing as only 10 points are scored in the entirety of the first half of this game. 10-10 here in the fourth. It is a closer game than many would have expected, but the Lions should be able to score a touchdown, and the Bears, with relatively zero defense, zero offense, gonna go ahead and choke that one away. Unfortunate there, but the Bears will now have the same record at 2-4 as the Lions. My eyes are not focusing on anything today, so we'll see how long or what time the stream is actually even at today. We have the Cardinals taking on the Commanders. Keep in mind that this is week 6. The end of week 7 is the trade deadline. So if you have any trades that you feel need to get done soon, now is a good time to do that. I'm sorry you're sick, JD Space. Hope you start feeling better. Also, looking at the schedule, we should have a sim Wednesday or Thursday, or maybe both. I think actually both. And then next week, we're gonna have a sim Monday. We're gonna have a sim Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are busy. We will have streams, just not sims. No problem, JD. Now we got the 5-0 Cardinals taking on the 0-5 Commanders. The 0-5 Commanders look garbage. The Cardinals, we don't really know how they're doing good, but they are. They're up 14, now only 7. Commanders with the ball, but that's going to go ahead and clock them out. Cardinals win. They are 6-0. Casey Bush is him. Ooh, a different channel, Katie. Yes, we are streaming on my second channel, which is football, which is something I don't think you're that big of a fan of. I could be wrong, but thank you for tuning in regardless. On a second channel where each team, or not each team, each person picks a team and makes moves and stuff and tries to win the Super Bowl. Doesn't work out for a lot of them, seeing as one person has dominated the past couple seasons. But you never know. I'm going to take out my Apple Watch, get that charging. We got the Giants up 7-0. Now 14-10. Vikings lead. Giants lead. Vikings back up. The Vikings 3rd and 9. They pick it up. And they will not win. They didn't have enough timeouts. That means the Giants would make a big upset on the Vikings, as the AFC North getting a little bit led to the Packers, who are on a bye week this week. Also, a pretty big poll is going to be happening in the Madden sim. So if you like joining streams and watching or anything, stay tuned for that poll, which will be happening, I think, later tonight. We're just going to vote to change some things schedule-wise. We're in Season 5. We got to get through a few more seasons this summer. Also, my short doing all right. We're at 2.2K If you haven't watched it or liked it, it would be much appreciated if you guys did. I thought it was a pretty funny clip. It's not like crazy or anything. Alright, we got Titans versus the Jaguars. Duval. Jaguars are up, now down. Alright. Do they get the kickoff? Yes, they do. No, they get a touchdown. That's crazy. And that's the game. I was thinking about how do we hop in, but then I was like, it's a kick. I was wrong. That's my bad. Alrighty. Now we got Cowboys Eagles in our game of the week. Alright, the Eagles are at home for this one and are on a pretty big win streak. Still don't know how this team is doing better, but they are. Yeah, Andre's dominated. Alright, Cowboys up 24-0. And the Eagles. Oh, they missed the 2-point conversion. And the Cowboys going to be able to win. Alright. Well, that was a pretty decent game. Now we got Browns at Ravens. What's up, Ziggy? Ziggy, what do you mean no? There we go. 3-2, 3-2. And no points in the entirety of the first quarter. 3 points by the Browns in the second quarter. 1 point per quarter so far. Are we going to frickin' have a scoregami that is 3-0? That has never happened before. We gotta hop in. It's scoregami time. And maybe the computer's fixed itself so it's not slow mode. Has something covering? I can't hear you. I can't hear anything in my left ear. We gotta hop in. Yeah, that is your issue. Alright, Ravens will use their final timeout, and the Browns will use a final timeout. And they're lining up to kick. Could we have a 3-3 scoregami? Or a 6-3 scoregami? And the kick is good, sadly. Wow, I didn't realize people posted toilet paper on Instagram. Here's Carson Beck with a wide open throw over the middle. Could we have a 6-3 scoregami? Come on, pick up another big chunk. My hair is weird today. Carson Beck, he's back. And he's going for a Hail Mary. And it is PI. We're going to have a 6-3 scoregami. I was really hoping for a 3-0, but that's okay. Kirby Joseph cooked the Ravens. Woo. Alright, let's not hop into another game again. Because that is just atrocious. Alrighty. Now we got Bills at Jets. What's up, Nanya? Alright, here we go. Alright, Terrell Bernard with the pick, and it is 10-7 in the fourth. And the Bills up by 3, now 10, and that is the game. Bills will win. Are the Bills undefeated? Seems possible. Not probable. Alright, we got Saints and Bengals up next. Both poverty franchises. Madden is such a bad game. I can't believe they haven't fixed that NFL logo. All right, Saints up 14-7. Today, how are you going? I'm exhausted, and the Saints will win that one. Hate getting ghosted. It's crazy. It's by my hair salonist, too. Saints have seemed to rebound, and we got Houston taking on the Colts. All right. Man, this is slow. All right, here we go. 7-7 here in the second. Colts up. Excuse me. No, let's not dox yourself. 4th and 3, they get it, but that runs out their clock. Big rip. Colts with a big upset, giving them their first loss on the season. Lamar with only 300 yards. For shame. All right, we got 5 games left. Patriots at Seahawks. Oh, yeah, the Seahawks are at the bottom. I forget their poverty. Yeah, this game's going to be awful. All right, here we go. Three. And it looks like 10-3 is going to be the score of that one. Goodness gracious, nobody can score this week. Quarterbacks under 80 yards is crazy. Alright, Broncos are playing the Falcons at home this week after a disappointing loss to the Saints last week by 12. That one might be scoregami. Let me check. 19. Nope, not scoregami. Trevor Lawrence having himself a pretty decent season, but I don't know. I just think he needs more touchdowns. But Keyshawn's been okay. Falcons up 7, Broncos tied up. Looks like it's going to be a pretty big scoring game. Never mind, the Broncos don't have an offense still. 28-14, 35-14. And dang. I accidentally stopped it, so we're just going to go play by play. Yeah, that was disgusting. 5-touchdown game for Joe Burrow. So my team is in shambles. Wow, old man Burrow? I mean, he's not really that old. I'm just tired. You're ashamed? Not really. What's your record, Zitchy? 1-4? You took a top 4 team and immediately turned it into a tanking team. Congratulations, Mr. Seller Boy. Alright, we got Panthers, Chargers in a disgusting game nobody cares about. Chargers still do not have an owner. Thank goodness that's not lasting a long game. Panthers will win that one. Now we got Steelers at Miami. Yeah, but he's not that old though. Can't wait for the day that some of the Niners actually decide to retire, so he has to like rebuild. But apparently, people don't retire when you're winning championships unless you play for the Denver Broncos, and then you retire after winning chips. My team had a hard schedule. No, your team had one of the arguably easiest schedules in the entire league, and we'll go look at it too. Your team sucks. And you did nothing with it in the offseason, which is why your team still sucks. Okay. Again, we don't need you to dox. Your tight end is trash. Your O-line is above average for, 0 wide receivers, and your defense is absolute buns. Starting a below 70 overall. Did that code work? Nanya, thank you for reminding me. I'm going to try that out tonight, right after this. I got too much going on right now. Steelers up 24-17 in this game against the Miami Dolphins. Jane Daniel seems to be cooking here. Yeah, I know Nanya. I'm remembering. My brain is just slow. Nanya is the Saints owner, yes. And right now he has a better record than you. Seahawks 25 versus 49ers 37, week 1, 2025. I mean, I think so. The 49ers have one of the easiest schedules in the entire league next season. So I could see them, even though they lost a bunch of players, they could still be pretty solid. But you want to know who's not going to be pretty solid? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers here in this Madden sim. I can guarantee you that. Thank you for joining, Xavier. Oh yeah, we were going to go look at this guy's schedule. He claims to have a hard schedule. Let's go look at your team schedule. Panthers, easy. Falcons, easy. Packers, easy. Seahawks, the only bad team you played. Yeah, your team is mid. I could see you going like 3 wins all season long. Literally, all you played was people in your division, people that you beat last year, and then the Packers and Seahawks. And the Seahawks are buns. You played the Cardinals, and I don't know how the Cardinals are winning games, but they are. I'm just glad the Niners players went to the Broncos so I can continue to like them. Somehow I go from 8-1 to 5-1. Yeah, it's possible if you build a good team. Eagles or Dallas Cowboys? Eagles, 100% of the time. Hate the Cowboys. Hate the Cowboys. Speaking of which, the Buccaneers lose 28-16. Goodness gracious. Jalen Moreau selling. Buccaneers tanking time? Do they even have their first round pick? I think they traded it. So yeah, after this, I'm going to do some trades here in the Madden Sim. Get that all ready for you. Do the Buccaneers even have their picks? The Bucs need their picks. Bucs, draft picks. Oh, they do have all their picks. Yeah, I can't wait for them to lose next week against the Panthers after their bye week. And let's head to the Denver Broncos. Joe Burrow may be the best QB of QBs in the regular season in every Madden sim. I mean, I'd say the best QB, like, just in general. The only person who could maybe argue him is Lamar, but Lamar doesn't win rings. Joe Burrow does. Granted, he won them for me. Yeah, let's force advance to next week, Week 8. 49ers new quarterback in 2025. I think it's just Brock Purdy. I don't think there's anything new, besides the fact that his contract is now extremely massive. How did I get a weekly award last week? Trevor Lawrence with a 5-touchdown game. Lost to Joe Burrow. Darn. Games to watch out for next week. Steelers Buffalo is 100% game of the week. Packers Niners is probably prime time, along with Falcons Panthers. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you guys all in the next stream. I'm gonna look at standings, get those updated to 2. AFC Bills, Steelers, Broncos still at the top after their 2 losses in a row. Cardinals somehow at the top. I don't know. You're not winning the Super Bowl, bud. I'm sorry to break it to you. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. See you guys on the next stream. See you guys.